When a 15th century prince denounces God after the loss of his wife, he inherits an eternal curse. He becomes Dracula. Condemned to wander the centuries, he defies fate and death, guided by a single hope: to be reunited with his lost love.
My nocturnal patrons.
Luc Besson, yes, the extravagant architect behind The Fifth Element, has returned to operatic excess, delivering a blood-soaked romance wrapped in digital flame and Parisian decadence. But beneath the capes, the carnage, and the candlelight, there are subtleties, curiosities, little veins of meaning you may have missed. Let us descend.
Number 10. Conviction over budget.
Besson no longer commands the towering resources that once made The Fifth Element soar. But what he lacks in scale, he replaces with belief. The romance doesn't always achieve the emotional grandeur he reaches for, yet the film survives on sheer conviction, his and his leading man's. This is a director still swinging hard at his vision, even if the cathedral is built with fewer stones.
Number 9. Christoph Waltz grounds the madness.
Christoph Waltz, who recently appeared in Frankenstein under Guillermo del Toro, now occupies a Van Helsing-like priestly role, and curiously, in a film brimming with theatrical bloodletting and digital infernos, Waltz is the calmest presence on screen. He, restraint, in a movie that screams.
Number 8. Maria represents carnal contrast.
Matilda de Angelis's Maria stands in stark opposition to Mina's purity. Her reunion with Henry is visceral, gory, unapologetically physical. Besson places innocence and appetite side by side, suggesting that desire, not evil, may be the more explosive force.
Number 7. The famous daughter trend.
Zoe Blue plays Mina, and notably, I Was Then Nosferatu, Mina was portrayed by Lily Rose Depp. Dracula now appears to attract cinematic aristocracy. The undead courting the children of Hollywood royalty, a curious modern evolution of gothic lineage.
Number 6. The film echoes Stoker and Coppola.
The narrative adheres closely to Dracula, and one feels the shadow of Bram Stoker's Dracula hovering over it. Jonathan Harker returns. Mina remains the emotional axis. Yet where Coppola leaned into tragic grandeur, Besson leans into feverish obsession.
Number 5. A love story is the darkest joke.
Besson subtitles the film A Love Story. That may be the most unsettling detail of all. Vlad does not love Mina. He projects Elizabeth upon her. 4 centuries of grief calcify into fixation. Destiny becomes delusion.
Number 4. Paris is the perfect feeding ground.
When the story leaps forward 400 years, Vlad lounges in Paris, perhaps the most decadent city a vampire could choose. One half expects him to exchange melancholy glances with Baudelaire before the poet's death. Paris becomes an accomplice, a city already intoxicated with beauty and decay.
Number 3. The gargoyles are theological irony.
In Dracula's castle, gargoyles spring to life, though they resemble grey cousins of Dobby from the Harry Potter universe. Traditionally guardians of sacred architecture, here they serve the profane. It is architectural blasphemy with a sly punchline tucked inside.
Number 2. Caleb Landry Jones was always Dracula.
And now we arrive at the inevitable truth. It is astonishing that it took this long for Caleb Landry Jones to inherit the immortal role. His pallor alone suggests a man who avoids sunlight not casually, but professionally. In the Safdie brothers' Heaven Knows What, he radiated a feral authenticity so convincing it felt almost dangerous. Earlier in his career, there was even a peculiar vocal eccentricity that faintly echoed Tommy Wiseau of The Room fame, as though he might at any moment cry, "You're tearing me apart!" Here, however, he restrains himself. The Eastern European accent is measured, the madness simmers until grief detonates. When he murders the priest who cannot save his beloved Elizabeth and crosses into blasphemy-fueled damnation, the repression fractures. From that moment on, his feeding scenes erupt with operatic relish, particularly in that delirious montage of continental dance halls where he hypnotizes women by the dozen and drinks with theatrical brio. It teeters on camp, but knowingly so. Jones understands the razor's edge between parody and tragedy. He does not simply play Dracula. He seems born to haunt him.
Number 1. A bold case for Christianity.
Luc Besson's new Dracula film is unique among new vampire entries. While Christianity has always been connected to vampire lore, few have been so explicit as this one, particularly when compared to new films like Sinners, which repudiate Christianity in favor of paganism. Thanks again for tuning in, and please keep watching The Crypt of Knights.